This is Mr. Eash. He's the 7th and 8th grade social studies teacher. Why do you want to teach?
When I was growing up, I looked at people who I thought had like happy lives who were in my life, and I thought all my teachers seemed like they really enjoyed what they did. They were happy with their jobs, and so I thought that's something I could do. And then I realized I kind of really like working with kids. The more I tried it, the more I liked it, and so that's what I really wanted to go into teaching. And I still really like working with kids. I like seeing you guys every day. You have a lot of energy, which I think is really fun. And so that's kind of why I went into teaching.
Okay. What grades do you teach in? What's your favorite?
I teach 7th and 8th grade social studies, and I used to teach 5th grade. And I liked 5th grade, but I really like working with both 7th and 8th graders. At the middle school, kids are more kind of outgoing and opinionated, and so they can kind of share their ideas better. I really enjoy working with both 7th and 8th graders.
Okay. What subjects do you teach?
I teach social studies, and within that though I teach the 7th grade project-based learning social studies, and then I teach just typical traditional social studies for 7th and 8th graders as well.
What's your favorite period?
I really like 8th period. It's my prep period. It's the end of the day, so I've taught all day long, and it's kind of nice to just relax. Sometimes I like to go into like other teachers' rooms and see what they're doing too, and that gives me an opportunity to do that. Like today, I stopped into Mr. Peden's room and saw what his kids were working on, and so I just like to see what others do as well as what I'm doing in my room.
How long have you been working here?
This is year number 6 for me. I taught 5th grade for 4 years, and then this is my 2nd year at the middle school.
Okay. What's your favorite projects you get to do?
I really like to see kids work together. So anytime I can get group work and people working together and talking about different ideas, I like that. I also really like debates. I think that we get to throw ideas out there for people, and they have to kind of defend their answer. I really think it's really fun to see what people have to say on that. I like to hear different ideas. I don't like assignments where people have to get the same right answer. I like where there's multiple options.
You like open-ended questions?
Yeah, definitely.
What's your favorite school lunch?
I have to say it's Mr. Rib. Mr. Rib's a very, very good one. I like the Crispitos, I like Mandarin chicken, but Mr. Rib is by far my favorite.
Mandarin chicken's my favorite. Tell us about your family.
So my family, I'm married. I have my wife Rachel. She is a preschool teacher in Ames, and then we have a dog, Casey. But then my family, extended family would be my parents. They live in Kelowna, which is by Iowa City, and I have a younger brother named Seth, and he is a student at the University of Iowa. He's going to be a physical therapist.
Kind of cool. Where did you go to school when you were a kid?
I went to Mid-Prairie, which is where my parents live now in Kelowna, and then in a town called Wellman as well. We were the Golden Hawks, but we had black and yellow colors like West Marshall, and we had about the same number of students as West Marshall. So it's really kind of cool to see, to be at a place like West Marshall that's a similar size and similar place.
What town do you live in?
I live in Ames now. My wife and I have a house on the north side of town in Ames, and so I get to travel 30 minutes every day, which is fine. It's good. I listen to a lot of books in the car and a lot of music in the car and stuff like that, so it's fun.
Books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my dad, he gets to drive to Davenport every week.
That's a long drive.
Yeah, once a week though.
Yeah.
Have you worked anywhere else besides here?
When I was going through college, I worked at Casey's, and then when I was in high school, I worked concrete and for concrete, and that's about it. But I knew I wanted to be a teacher, and West Marshall was the first school I started working in, and I've enjoyed it ever since.